Welcome back to Star Trek Online, everybody. I am your host, the Housecoat Gamer, and today we are taking a look at the Chel Breen Warship. Or, as I like to fondly refer to it as, Cisco's Nightmare. For the simple reason that a single energy dissipator shot from this thing crippled the USS Defiant, and was then promptly destroyed. Well, I would say promptly. The Breen like to play with their food, as some of you may or may not have noticed. But this vessel is most famous as the class of vessel that destroyed the USS Defiant and so many others during the infamous Battle of Chintaka. Of course, after the battle, the Breen's energy dissipator weapon was counteracted, mostly by the Klingons. But after the capture of a Jem'Hadar attack ship equipped with such a weapon, well, the tables were swiftly turned again. Anyway, this ship is quite abnormal. It is a very tactical-focused vessel with enough guns to rival a cruiser. But it is a escort class vessel that just so happens to have 8 weapon slots. It is a warship, and a very deadly one too, and one of the few vessels that are actually capable of competing with their Tier 6 counterparts. Mostly due to the fact that event vessels, such as the Chel Grit, are automatically Tier 5U. You can upgrade them for free. They get 11 console slots. The whole thing works. Of course, as you might guess, the Tier 6 version is the best. And you know something? I'm not quite sure how they came up with this one, but it looks a lot like the Breen warships from Star Trek Armada. When viewed like this, of course. It looks a lot like the Armada models, and for that reason alone, I actually like the Tier 6 model, even if I will stick to the Chel Grit. Of the Breen vessels in-game, this is the only truly canon one, the only one seen on screen. I will end this by saying it is incredibly hard to get your hands on the Tier 5 or Tier 6 versions. I only got them because, well, I've been around for a very long time, and I tend to grind the major events. All events nowadays. But the Chel Grit is one of my personal favorites. It assisted me throughout my early existence as an STO player. And as for the Breen playing with their food, come on, a spread of torpedoes would have destroyed the Defiant within seconds. But the Breen grazed it and hit it in non-critical areas. Because the Breen, which shows me one thing, the Breen like to play with their food. They like to torment their victims. And the only reason the Defiant's crew were not taken prisoner, the direct orders of the Founder. Don't touch them. It'll demoralize them. Just by letting them go. Because that's what the Breen do. They play with their food. Housecoat Gaming, signing off.